All is not drawing.
Well,
or writing for that matter.
Well, I don't know if you know, if we will tell you if that is so, because we want to hear our caller clearly, our callers
All right,
clearly.
so a couple points here, Mr. Brian, but I'll start with one that I heard you discussing just now, and that is the matter of water, the price of water, vis-a-vis the price of gasoline.
Yes.
Now, the price of the respective commodities was not the gravamen of the Prime Minister's illustration or point, because the truth of the matter is that as the Prime Minister articulated in the Parliament itself, as he demonstrated in the Parliament, you will have a product with varying price points. Because if you and I go to a bar, you may find a bottle of water retailing for as much as $200. You may find a bottle of water, well, even $250. And if you go to a vendor, whether at a school gate or elsewhere, it may be 150, 100, you name it. So that's not the government at the point. I have a water bottle that I use in my house. It's a 5-gallon water bottle. It is $350, Mr. O'Brien, for me to fill my 5-gallon water bottle. Think about it carefully. 5-gallon contains several liters. And my 5-gallon water bottle, when I go to the store, and I usually get the filtered water for $350. If you want the alkaline, it may be for as much as $500. But that is a far cry from what 5 gallons of gasoline would be. So the gravamen of the point, so just to be clear, the gravamen of the point the Prime Minister is making is that for someone who is offering himself, and certainly who offered himself to serve his country as Prime Minister, it leaves much to be desired for Mark Golding to go out of his way to purchase water for more than what he would purchase gasoline for, and to come and try and make a point out of that.
Trust me, Marlon, that spin that can't work.
There is faulty management. That's not how sensible people operate their households.
Marlon, that spin cannot work, and you must stop it. That's
Sir, I have 4 or 5 gallon bottles in my household looking at right now.
Hold on, that's been, and you say, I keep on saying, you know, this is the reason why people are so.
What's spin? What is the spin?
Hold on.
What is the spin?
Hold on, please, allow me. This is why people are so turned off, you know. The opposition, and you can give credit where credit is due. The opposition leader distinctly said that said that this morning, any corner shop or out there, you pay, this is the price for it.
And the Prime Minister didn't dispute that, Mr. O'Brien.
So that's so.
The Prime Minister saying in the marketplace there are more. First of all, we live in a market economy, unlike our brothers and sisters in Cuba. And in our marketplace, sir, we may have the Frillians, we may have Fiji water, we may have Evian water.
You come for the Cubans this morning.
No, come on, that is just an aside, my friend.
Why you have to do that?
Because, right, so let's be clear.
We know that the Jamaican Labour Party has never been a party that is in favor of the Cubans.
Forget our friends in Cuba. Forget our friends in Cuba.
Yes.
Let me keep it local. In Jamaica, sir, because I don't like the idea of people missing the forest for the trees. In Jamaica, Mr. O'Brien, we have choices as consumers, and the consumer is king in a market economy. It behooves us to operate sensibly and within the context of our budget and our taste to do the things that deliver best value for money for our household. I have 4 5-gallon water bottles in my house. From time to time when I go to the water store, whether I opt to buy the alkaline water or just the basic purified water, the basic purified one is in the order of $350, and the alkaline one is about $450 or $500. I can't remember the precise figure.
We'll move on from that because you say you have some things. But let me close by
saying
let me close by saying.
We're not close. You're closing on this point.
Yes, let me close by saying. Let's close out on this point.
Sure.
The truth is that none of us going to be stopping at a gas station and going to basically want a bottle of water and go for a 5-gallon or anything. The opposition leader was talking about the situation. to deal with that. So I don't know that we have, and I mean, it was kind of distasteful. I don't know why the Prime Minister.
Mr. Brian, there are some households that from the 5-gallon bottle, because you know the 5-gallon water bottle, it has the respective dispensers, whether the pump or the one that you press, because you charge it from time to time, you press and the water is dispensed. So you may have a water container or a water bottle, that's a smaller water bottle that you fill from your larger water bottle. An economical household and a sensible household may find it worth their while to use solutions like those, rather than those persons who want to run the country and don't even know some basics in relation to money management.
Come on, Marlon. Don't do that. That's not going anywhere with
any sensible. Said it in the parliament, and it
is not going anywhere with any sensible people. Yeah. So let's move on. Move to the next point.
Let us move on to the other point. You mentioned.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his light is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither. And whatsoever we do, the Almighty God will ensure that it will prosper. You know, listening to that discussion there a while ago. Listening to the discussion. You know, when we not understand with some labor rights. So we got supermarket and wholesale. And we get goat meat for $1,200 a pound. Yeah? $1,200 a pound. We got a fish market and we buy fish for $1,200 a pound and we carry it to our yard. Yeah? And we can eat a 2-pound fish our yard with crackers and okra. We lay the cook it for we cook it ourselves and we enjoy it. So when you go to a road and want a curry goat and you stop for one fish fry and you want a curry goat, you know, if you buy it for $2,500 or $3,000 because you have it in your yard and you can get it there for free. Well, me I challenge Marlon Morgan and all of the bloggers. When you go up on road, don't buy no bottled water. When you have water on the yard, you want to pay $350 for full of 5-gallon bottle. Rubbish argument to no depend. Mark Golding say in the streets. The man specifically say in the streets or at the corner shop, yo. So when the Prime Minister come with it, Prime Minister desperate. It's desperation. The Prime Minister look something to get her forward. Because the Prime Minister is not serious about economy. Because you don't know what to do with the economy of the country. So now look, gimmicks. The Prime Minister spoke for 4 hours plus maybe another 20 odd minutes and did not address food security. The Prime Minister spoke for 4 hours plus and did not address the war that is taking place. And I come talk about water. You buy water. Let me listen to a little bit more Ima Obi because some people call yesterday upset.
A program of last evening, and I watched that program with careful intent. The opposition leader, Mr. O'Brien, contrary to what you said last week, operated contrary to what he himself and Julian Robinson have been saying throughout this budget debate. Last evening on the YouTube channel, Andre Stevens' Toxic YouTube program, Mark Golding indicated that there is no Finsac report. Now, as we know, Mr. O'Brien, a woman cannot be pregnant and not pregnant at the same time. She's either pregnant or not pregnant. So just to be very clear, how is it that Mark Golding on YouTube last evening was able to corroborate what me and others in the Jamaica Labour Party have been saying all along, that the work of the Finsac Commission of Inquiry, sir, did not culminate in a report. They did not produce a report. But yet the same Mark Bowling who said something else on Andre Stevens' program last night, throughout the budget debate, was saying that the government must release the report. When he was on his feet last Tuesday, he called on the Prime Minister to release the report, knowing full well that there was no report to be released because there is simply no report.
Meaning that a report should have been.
You interpret dreams now?
A report should have been generated, and we're still saying that the government must present the Finsac report. We're not going to lead and back away.
No, man, your leader started that out last night on YouTube. Because let me tell you what is important about last night.
Let's give Andre his credit. I'm not going to go down there and talk about toxic or whatever. Let's give him the credit.
But let me say this.
Hold on, please, Marlon. Andre Stevens, very popular YouTube channel.
Let us not waste a minute on that, man. That's editorializing, don't advance this conversation. So respectfully, Mr. Brand.
The young man thing. You don't have to do that, Pop.
You hear the level of arrogance, and ignorance. You call the man show toxic, and you refuse to allow the host to speak, to address that classification of one of the most popular social media program on the island. We're not rude enough. We're not rude and crude enough. Disrespectful. On a drive, go all about over the island for go talk to 100 people and 50 people in our classroom. And when we are invited upon program where thousands of people are watch. We don't want company because we not talk full narrative and we're not a part of a choir. This is how you intend to class people. We are part of the media. We are a part of the fourth estate. So when you talk about media rights and freedom of the press, believe it or not, accept it or not, we are a part of the press. Say to me, let me tell you something. You this Andre Stevens, I see you that this me Marlon Morgan. Maybe that's why you don't come back on my show, because I've invited you. I've been inviting you since the other day. So, because we're not a part of the government's choir, the government refused to speak to us and treat us like we are not citizens of this country. I'm telling you this, I am more patriotic more than all of you. And I've been saying this when we sign up for the Jamaica Defense Force. It wasn't a draft. Me sign up voluntarily because I telling you, say, me would be willing at any time to pick up arms to defend my country. No, if I want to do that. If the day come when that affair happen, all I want to do that runway and go hide under stone wall. And because people speak up for the rights of them country and call out wrong when we see wrong and call out incompetence when we see incompetence, we are ostracized and victimized. And we must stop it. Stop it. You are put in a position to serve all the citizens of this island. And we don't know this one citizen, know this all away. So when you call the youth show toxic show, you have more toxic people that support the GLP. Don't do it, Marlon. Have respect. You're arrogant. I'm going to talk about Cuba. Talk about Cuba. How you're all behaving. How you're all behaving. Remember me feel it, you know. More ways than one. Political victimization. Disrespect from politicians. We can talk about it. And I want Jamaica every day that anytime you see something happen to a human being, don't believe that you are exempt from it. It can happen to you. And we mustn't just wait till it reach our doorstep. We step on it. Once we see justice, we must step on it. We must come and we show come answer questions. Members of the government must make themselves available. And any show more than 500 people watch. Have an audience because politicians drive all about over Jamaica. Go talk to 30 people and 50 people and 100 people in our classroom. And this is about either take up your phone or your computer and sit down where you're there and answer questions from citizens of the country once they are respectful. When I deal with it. I could listen a little more. Because the man need to give Obi a chance to talk. The man need to give Obi a chance to talk. Obi allow Marlon to speak uninterrupted. And all when him supposed to done speak, him attack over Obi same way. You're rude, brother. That now shown up brought up. See, my mother tell me, say, when other people attack, you know if it talk same time. You never learn that. You say your piece, you must stop and allow the man to say in peace. You want to determine what the man talk about. Rude. Rude.
Papa. Mr. O'Brien, respectfully, Mr. O'Brien, right? You see, when a person is speaking truthfully, they don't have to draw on recollection, because when you are speaking truthfully, you are simply engaging in the facts as you know it. But you see, when you are dealing in falsehoods, that is what creates inconsistency.
And where is the falsehood?
Let me give you the inconsistency. Mark Golding veered away from the PNP talking points on YouTube last evening. That's what got him last evening. The falsehood that they've been peddling about release reports, knowing full well.
Let me ask a question to Marlon Morgan and the GLP. Was a preliminary report submitted to a GLP operation administration? A preliminary report or a draft report, was that submitted to a GLP administration in government? And if that was submitted, why you never continue to get the final report? Because don't mix up eggs and apples, you know. A report is a report. So, people of Jamaica, as me said to you know, we interview a lot of people on this platform, and we had former Finance Minister Dr. Omar Davis. And we heard it before as well, that a preliminary report was submitted back in 2016, 2017, somewhere thereabout. Yeah? A report was submitted. And upon receiving that report, that was when the Finsac inquiry ended. The GLP government, after spending about $90 million in the term between 2007 and 2012, when they lost, Peter Phillips decided that he was not spending the people's money on that. And I think Peter Phillips spent maybe about 14 million. The GLP got back in power and put in the rest of money when they got back in power to continue the inquiry. Upon receipt of the preliminary report, that is when you decide to lock it down. Yeah? So, what we are saying is that preliminary report that you have, release it. Because you don't have a report, you don't get a report. So don't mix up final report and preliminary report. A report was submitted, Marlon Morgan. Me Colin Bell said that. So we know so we don't have a preliminary report. So what Mark Walden is referring to is that final report. See? I'm telling about the digital age where we're in, you know. This is a digital age that we are in. Yeah. I don't know if I want to listen no more, right? I don't know if I want to listen to no more, right? I don't want to listen more, right, my listeners and my viewers? I don't know if I want to listen to no more. Because, you see, when fool people are taught them think only fool people are listen. Like one of our ambassadors, a Portland Spice ambassador, sent me a clip. I don't even know if I want to play it on my channel. I don't even know if I want to play it. But the clip was sent to me by an ambassador of Portland Spice. Good evening, Miss Panton. How you do? With this youth here ask about Finsac. The issue I have with it is that you always have had a lie to what you say. I never said nobody enough to ask about Finsac. What we are saying is when you're asking about Finsac, you must ask how it come about. What is the cause of Finsac? Not just the cost. Because Finsac was a reaction by the then administration to the bank meltdown of the 90s. Like most governments around the world react. So Finsac wasn't put in place at the failure of the first bank. And we put out a video today with Raleigh. And we're going to put out another one. So check out the channel. There is a video out there saying what caused Finsac, how many banks went down in the 90s. So when the first bank went down, Finsac was not in place. And the second bank, Finsac was not in place. And a caller last week explained it best. When the banks crashed in the 90s, the government reacted after a while. So some of the banks were closed down for some time before the government intervened. What the caller explained last week was that during the time of the closure of those banks, nothing was put in place for the servicing of those loans. You understand that? So for maybe 6 months, 7 months, sometimes in some cases, it might have been even up to a year that some of these people who lost their businesses and lost their house did not pay on the loan. Some never tried to find out. Some of them thought that the fact that the bank crashed, they would have get away with the money and they wouldn't have to pay the money. So it was a number of causation why some people lost their house, their business. It wasn't the government fault, but the government had to take responsibility. Now I said to you that the failing of these banks were done through dishonesty, greed, and as I call it, the first organized scam on the Jamaican people. Hear me now. Some of the people who we know borrowed money. How you can borrow 30 million US dollars? And this is what they're not addressing. One man borrowed 30 million US dollars. And his argument was that he never remember. It was the taxpayers of this country who paid back that 30 million. Ralston had explained to us more than once how much money some of these banks went down with. In those monies are monies that people borrow and never pay back, and the taxpayers of Jamaica had to pay back those money. You hear? And we can refer to prominent people who you all know. You all know them. So, when the preliminary report got to the GLP administration, it would be a major embarrassment. So therefore, the decision was taken not to go any further, not to spend any money to get the report. It's paid, them need to pay more money. The commissioners needed, to produce the final report. They produced the preliminary report and say, here's a preliminary report of where we are. How we pay stand, how much longer we have to go work to get this report complete now, and how much money you have to go give away. Know what the government say? It don't make no sense spend no more money on it. So you launch an investigation, and when the investigation points back to you, you decide, say, shucks, I need to do that, so, all right, nobody want to know. You leave it. You leave it. After the banks crashed, or when the banks crashed, there was no regulation of the financial sector in Jamaica. It wasn't regulated properly. The Bank of Jamaica was under the government-owned Bank of Jamaica. Yeah? There was no FSC. There was no JDX. Omar Davis now put in all of them there while trying to find back money for the depositors. So you had people who had loans from these banks, and you had people who deposit their monies in these banks. You have people who use the same collateral, get 6 different loans. So the bank them go down. So when government take over and say, all right, Mr. X have a loan at Central National, Mr. Y have a loan at Eagle Merchant Bank, when you dig up deep, at the same house secure the 2 loans. So, if you don't want the explanation, I'm glad you asked for it. So I give it to you. The banks never just crash. It wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate ploy by GLP affiliates. That's why a man could have get $30 million and nobody never call him about it. So him say him forgot about it. 30 million US in today's calculation is over $4 billion you're talking about. So if you want to know, we'll tell you. Because we know you don't know and you don't understand. And all people that tell you about Finsac cost the country. Yes, it did. But it was the wrongdoing of other people. And me, you not try beat Perry. Same say Finsac was a good thing. Yes, Finsac was a good thing. But good things can hurt you. And as Ralston told us, the length of time that the high interest rate went on for was one of the problems. So, a plane is a good thing, but a plane can kill you. Water is a good thing, but if you drink too much, it can kill you. Understand that. So, Finsac was a good thing, but it killed some people. Marshy. Marshy. Marshy? Not hearing Marshy. Marshy, you there? I don't know why you're not hearing Marshy at all. Marshy? Don't know. Everything up, but I heard the phone ring in the system. But Marshy's on the line. Marshy, let me try you, because don't know why you're not hearing you. And I should be hearing you. Marshy. Hello?
Man?
Yeah, what go on?
Me there. You hear me now?
Loud and clear now. You're Chris now. Yeah, talk to me.
Yes. I'm getting a haircut though. I hearing myself coming back.
All right, go on.
When you talk about man borrow money and forget it, if them not believe you, I can tell them this. Beverly Manley is still alive. Anthony Abrams now deceased. It was Beverly and this Manley, and Anthony Abrams was hosting the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
That time they used to operate out of KLAS and Halfway Tree Road.
Yes.
Right? And they were questioning Mr. Siaga. And they asked him about Carinosa.
Yes.
And they asked him about two other business places. I don't remember the name. And he explained. And then Tony Abrams said to him, so what about the one from Central National Bank? And he responded, I never even remember that one.
It's
like a tape record playing back in my head right now.
But also,
so Beverly and Mr. Manley is still alive and kicking. She can tell you, right? There is one of those other people who interview Edward Siaga. That time, you know who did I work for Edward Siaga?
Who?
Current Prime Minister Andrew Michael Brogard Radam Liard Holness.
You see,
he
Marshy
was working for Edward Siaga that time. That time when I worked for Edward Siaga, you know, one building on Dominica Drive, one high building there. And what was the pan that building there all now? The building there have some health business and all of them things that the panda building there right now. Oh, that's Edward Siaga used to work. Ask Andrew when you see me, so lie me I tell upon him.
You see, I don't like how these things goes unchallenged. They go unchallenged.
Yes.
Eh?
Waiting for your people come and talk because we remember it like yesterday. But just before I go, I stay with you long because I transmit it, but hear me on this one now. Yeah. You remember one man get a dream about a woman and him tell the woman about the dream?
Yes.
Recently.
Yes.
Right? And through him tell the woman about the dream. Nationwide, George Davis and Cliff Hughes. You remember they come down and the PNP that Greenville should resign?
Right. So you said that
just
to say what
now? Just because the man get a dream. Just because the man get a dream and tell the woman about the dream. Now, look what a JLP councillor accusing a member of parliament, a state minister about. And the state minister can't sue the woman. Just like how he can't sue Dr. Dawes.
But
because then damn guilty.
What do you mean the man can't? The man say he's going to.
He's going? Well, like that. Because going is future continuous tense. If you remember anything about school.
You're a bright boy, Marshy.
He keep going. So he's going.
Yes, he's going to. If you don't cease and desist.
Yes. Right? And now the woman challenging, come sue me. Come, sue. You remember that when we talk about that? It is another story, you know, but it look like him a go with over West Portland and what make him a plan to run out so quick.
Well, I don't know. Noise is on the ground. The ground is noisy. Saying that he's leaving.
Yes. Oh, me say my left before certain report come out.
Oh, this will be a revelation. Tell her.
Yes. Man, I go before that. Now then can't sue Dr. Daz. Why then can't sue Daz? And why then can't sue Rosie? Right? Because Rosie is ready for them. And Dr. Daz challenge them, say, sue me. Can't sue him all now.
Well, Dr. Daz told us Saturday morning that if they sue him, the truth is going to come out because truth is a defense to defamation suit, you know.
See him, sir.
If you see a man defame you and him can prove what him say, that's a defense.
But you know what's strange for me? Lawrence Road had come up with something and nationwide could have get that and ride it for about a month and I play it. And you know what nationwide not get that one here from Rosie?
Then I play it.
Nationwide.
Then I play it.
Then me not play because me I listen to hear them and them not play it and them go around. But them could have get the letter where the fake liar right. These people, you know, Marlon talk about toxic. You know why toxic there? You know, it's over nationwide.
Why?
Marlon Morgan and nationwide, them toxic.
I saw a video with Andre Stevens a leather him, you know. My God. No, sir. I saw a video with Andre Stevens a leather him.
I'm going to make them want to him. That mean him attack it truth. Then him attack it truth. Then can't so because more truth to come out. Take care, brethren. Take care. That's middle class. I may watch you go on over champ. See you, sir.
Yes, sir. A little bit. 876-804-7072. Marshy just come out of the line. Here comes Nevio. Good evening, Nevio.
Hello, Colin, how you doing, man?
I am doing well.
Oh, Marshy sound like him a PNP, so from what day when Marshy turn PNP?
Marshy, I never always PNP.
That is not my knowledge. I always have done Marshy. That's wrong. Give a man like me.
Marshy, stop your foolishness, yeah. Stop your foolishness. And now run up Marshy blood pressure.
Colin, we're coming back for East Portland, you know.
You do what?
Coming back for East Portland. The Labour Party coming back for East Portland, you know. The feeling on the ground is that we look good. Where this argument come from that you may end up over West Portland?
Me?
Isn't it true to it, Colin?
Me?
Eh?
Me?
I hear that you have strong. Yeah, I hear that you have strong tie in the Swift River era, and it's really West Portland. Your farm. You're in East, but your birth is from West Portland. Is that true?
No, I was born in East Portland.
But you have strong ties in West.
I live and grew up in West Portland.
Okay.
I was born in the operating theater of the Port Antonio Hospital. That makes me born in Eastern Portland.
Mm-hmm.
But I lived all my young life in West Portland. And my family bloodline covers the entire West Portland.
That's what I hear. And like in the Switch River era.
No. Fruitfulville, Shrewsbury.
Uh-huh.
I lived in Swift River for a while. Rockall, Industry.
Yeah.
I live above Bay for a while to me. Used to play a song above Bay named Tradewind.
Oh, so he's a St. Margaret's Bay division man.
He's a Portland man. Me can be called Mr. Portland. What take up the name Mr. Portland? Now have no claim to that name. Them just give themselves that name.
Anyway, there's a whispering that you may run the seed for the PNP in West Portland, and the truth
the
to that?
PNP have a candidate who just ran in the last general election, Miss Doreen Campbell, and she's still in the constituency.
Beautiful girl, beautiful
Yeah,
girl,
man.
beautiful girl.
And
I like her.
If she had the bucketive and had the help on the ground, she would have won the last election. But she never have the kind of human resource on the ground.
Anyway, I just called you to find out if there's any truth to this argument that you'll be going back to fellowship division though.
Let me tell you this. My political career right now is rest in the hands of the people. Yeah?
Yeah, we know,
and
but I'm
you have some
asking
people where behave like say Michael Manley will PNP give them in East Portland.
That is same thing with the GLP.
You
yeah, some people believe.
So
like
right now, that's why I'm take a little break, nephew. Chill out a little bit. I'll stay outside and look back in and assess everything. And right now it come down to the people. Colin Bell not looking no seat. Colin Bell is available. I am available to the People's National Party for representation anytime, anywhere the party want me to work. And once me look at it and say, is a place where me can assist, where me can help, I am willing to work for the party.
Do you resign as caretaker for the fellowship division?
No, I am still the chairman of the fellowship division.
Could that mean to say then you will go back then and run back then for the People's National Party? Because you have no intention of resigning.
You hear me say a while? Me not hold on for nothing. Divisional conference is coming up. If the people want me to stay, if the people want me to stay, I'll stay. If the people want me to run, I'll run. But it have to be people driven. If the people don't want me, I don't want to be there. If the people want me, then I will be there. If the party asks me to do a work for the party, I will work for the party.
Just before I go, who is funding your trip abroad that you have been?
We're buying you up in the name of Jesus Christ. Where you want to know what fund my trip? Where you want to know funding my trip? All my movements are powered by the blood of Jesus Christ. Everything what me do is Jesus Christ ordained it. Never have a wonderful evening, my brother. Blessings. We'll talk. What a man bright and forward. What a man out of order. Never a few people work as hard as I do. Never since me turn big man and step out. Me never ever have one job. Sometimes I'll 5 jobs me I do. So, don't worry about who responsible for my trip, who are sponsor my trip. You, Nevia, you are sponsor my trip. Hey! I'm here saying Nevia have a whole heap of money, you know. 876-804-7072. So, we gave you a lot on the banking meltdown of the 90s because that is what led to the government reaction. And the reaction was Finsac. Was Finsac a good thing? Yes. Finsac was a good thing. Good to a lot of people. It's just that the people that benefit from Finsac not coming out to talk. It's just the few that got burned. Over 500,000 depositors got back every red cent of their deposit. Now understand how bank work. It's your deposit the bank take and lend Eddie Siaga. That $30 million US where Eddie get for borrow was people's deposit. Yeah? The taxpayers of Jamaica, that 40% of GDP that you talk about, Mr. Prime Minister, And part of that money was the $30 million that was loaned to a former prime minister that the people of Jamaica had to pay back. Tell the people them that. Tell the people them that. Don't hide that. Don't hide the truth from the youth. So, the government couldn't allow NCB to fail. NCB was one of the bank where the government had to bail out, you know. Government bail out NCB big time. And if you have follow Portland Spice TV, a whole heap of discussion take place on this channel about that. Enlightening people. So Finsac was the good. The robbers and the con men who organized and scammed the Jamaican people. We have to look upon them. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, man. Good evening, Colin.
Yeah, man.
The former Prime Minister was also the Minister of Finance, too.
Yes.
And he was also bragging that he's the best finance minister in the country, and he was there stealing money from poor taxpayers.
I don't know if him steal no money. We know saying him borrow some money, and the taxpayers of the country had to pay it back. And not only him, there are other politicians who borrowed money that the taxpayers of the country had to pay back.
Colin, there's a culture in the JLP party. And there's also a nursery where they produce people who go into that party to steal from taxpayers. There are track records there, okay? As I said, you have the 19th century thief, which is Jack Smith, okay? And you have a few of them now who is supposed to be in the 20th century thief lined up. You know what I mean? They are lined up very fast. I'll give you a joke. If I was a part of the JLP party, are you hearing me? If I was a part of the JLP party and I was given the Ministry of Technology and the Major Technology and Energy, and I was caught stealing money from that department, you know what happened to me? Colin?
Tell me.
I would be shift to the Prime Minister's office to improve on my stealing ability.
Okay, you shouldn't get catch.
No, if I get caught, I will be moving to the Prime Minister's office. I won't get sacked. Don't even sack me. I'll be in the Prime Minister's office, man, trying to get up on my skills. Just like how Wheatley was moved to the office to improve on his ability to milk taxpayers. So it's a culture in the JP party. You know what I mean? Where they have nurseries where they teach people to steal taxpayer money.
That's sad.
You know?
Oh, that's sad, so.
Yeah, it's the truth, you know. It's a track record there. The track record there, mate.
But that's very sad, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, I tell you something. One of these days, you might have to have 3 minutes of silence because taxpayers has been cooked by this JLP party. They get what they don't get.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing changing in it. You have the Prime Minister who cannot certify none of is earning. You know what I mean? It cannot certify because
that has no problem, you know. Some people don't see that as not loud man or too bad mind.
So it's a culture thing, mate. It's a culture. They to milk taxpayers, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I think we might have to have a 3 minutes of silence on behalf of taxpayers because, as you say, taxpayers are cooked under this GLP administration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so it is a culture thing, mate. So I'm sorry, we are cooked, mate.
We are cooked. All right, brother.
Yeah, we are cooked. All right, mate.
Yeah, man. We're waiting to be joined by the teacher, Ralston man. Because the man said we cook. And some people might take it for joke. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Colin.
Yes, welcome.
You know, tonight, good evening to my fellows. You know, tonight is, Marlon, this Marlon guy that I was listening to with Obi and listening to him.
Yeah.
Saying there is no Finsac report is just trying to mix up and blend everybody and saying the opposition leader did come out and said there was none. It's a just blatant lie. None report has been published. No report has been brought forward after spending so much $1 million. That's what I hear opposition leaders spoke about, the Finsac, that it has not been published. We have not received one yet after spending all that money. But a report was done. There was an investigative report was done about Finsac. Am I correct?
Then that's why them stopped it. That's why them stopped the inquiry, and decided to them not spend no more money because when the preliminary report was submitted and it was time now to go to the final report, them decided to them not pay the commissioner, so them dissolve the commission. Remember them set up the commission, and dissolve the commission because the preliminary report, when they saw that, then they knew what was coming. So they couldn't allow it to come. So them shut down the inquiry. Let's go back and look who shut down.
Thank you for the clarification.
When the inquiry was shut down.
So when Marlon coming on Obi show and trying to turn around and say otherwise, something happened today, and I can know exactly where the mindset of these JLP or lab rats, or they call them. There was what's her name? Dion had a piece on YouTube there, and she was talking about the opposition part and on the budget debate.
Yeah.
And in it, she talks about the collection of the implementation of getting the taxes through the invoicing system.
The electronic invoicing system.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this laborite is after me and him back and forth till me realize that he's a laborite. Because this is what they're saying, Colin, that the system that Faval did say the system is being implemented, but it's not going to be until 3 years before it comes to fruition. My thing is, this foolishness, what I'm trying to teach the people them. Jamaica taxpayer database in comparison to Mexico and all the other countries is how much is that percentage comparing to them in comparison, Colin? We have a smaller database,
very
taxpayers database comparing to so it now go take, and they already go through the hiccups and the headaches.
You're on point. And Julian is not saying that you're going below the country this year. But let's say you start in Kingston this year. And you cover Kingston by the end of the year.
This year.
It needs to roll out this year.
Yes.
But the government is so incompetent.
So that is one. Then to listen, Colin, I know, and producer, I know, Lisa, we have very much persons who are, as we say, civil people. But I love how you put Neville back in place by rebuking him using the put him back where he come from. Don't you find? I think tonight he was a little bit too over there. That is rude and very, very, very intrusive to ask you about who pay for your travels. You ain't beg nobody nothing. You beg people nothing when you go about your business. I am very upset about that. Third, when you hear that the Jamaican people, this prime and them are so focused on the water, a compound thing is coming up. And it's ECJ, the what they call this OCJ or whatever. What is the
Electoral Commission of Jamaica? Them run the election up a compound. ECJ.
So they are now, but before that, were they always doing that, or it's just now?
No, it's always. And them run it that election.
Okay, thank you. But you see, Rosie distraction now. See, you see, Rosie distraction now, Colin. I was saying it to Mystic and last night, and Mystic wife, Madam Mystic was telling him, no, we don't need no Trojan horse in the PNP. PNP has worked so hard, the base, the grassroots, to reach to 28 seats, and we stand firm on our integrity, our cleaning. You see the gossip and the susus and the bangarang and the melee with this JLP councillor and the exposing of them dirty laundry, and what we all know, so then corrupt already in public.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. We need to stay focused and stay on course. They are unraveling and they're falling apart, and whatever is happening over there, let them deal with it, because Marla never come on OB Boaty. Nationwide, no depend big talk Boaty. They're not doing all those things. So let them deal with their dirty laundry. We need to focus, because the next year we have what? Local government elections. We need to focus on the goals for our comrades to focus on where we need to be. All right, Colin? But that's what we need to focus on.
One love. One love.
One love, Colin.
Ralston, good evening.
Yeah, man, good evening.
How are you doing this evening?
Good, man.
So, the Bank of Jamaica did map up some money today?
Yeah, but the thing was oversubscribed. The people want more money.
Talk to us.
Undersubscribed.
Oh, talk to us.
They wanted 40 billion and the money change has only pumped in 34 billion.
Hold on, the Bank of Jamaica wanted 40 billion.
Mm-hmm.
But normally that is always oversubscribed.
The money want a higher interest rate. The average interest rate, Bank of Jamaica paying 5.75. The people are asking 5.86. In line with the international trend. Yeah. In line with the international trend of rising interest rates.
So problem are going now, Raleigh?
Yeah, so the man will ask you, say, if Jamaica in the war, him need to understand this. Yep. So everybody in the world. Yep. Everybody in the world who know about money knows the interest rates have to go up. So the man will ask BOJ, if you want money for lock up in the vault, you have to pay with more.
Box, fire, blade, then no trouble that now.
Yep. So the highest interest, the average interest rate was 5.86 and the highest rate was 8%. Some man ask for 8% for their money.
What?
Yep.
But Angela said that are not real investing.
Yeah, it's not really investing.
And we will not go back to that. That the man saying, no, we will not go back to that.
Well, I've been doing that for a long time. Don't listen to the talk, man. Don't think that does talk.
Any other update today for today's?
So the interest rates, all right. The next update is that we got the trade figures for the first 11 months, almost the full month year last year.
Yes.
And what we saw is the deficit is now 5.3 billion compared with 4.9 billion for the first 11 months of last year.
Hold on, the trade deficit.
Mm-hmm.
Trade deficit.
Difference between physical imports and physical exports.
Is how much? 5 billion?
5.3 billion compared 4.9 billion for the first 11 months of last year.
So we're almost up by $1 billion, Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that's a massive drop. That's a massive gap. No.
Not exactly $1 billion, about 400 million. No, 5.3, 4.9 last year, 5.3 this year.
Last year. Oh, you said 4.3 last year. So last year was 4.9. We're now at $5.3 billion. How much you spend to import food?
1.9 billion. Food and consumer goods.
Oil?
1.6 billion. At $6 per barrel. Mm-hmm.
At how much per barrel? 60?
60.
And what was our export?
Only 1.5 billion. So it couldn't pay the oil bill.
Billion. So
exports dropped by 11%.
Oh. Down 11%. And what is the government showing us to increase export?
Nothing.
The budget was just presented. People said that the Prime Minister was excellent and the Minister of Finance, they were excellent and comprehensive.
None.
What was the plan to improve export?
You can't be comprehensive if you don't deal with the current international economic crisis, which is driving up interest rates. You can't be comprehensive if you don't talk about what is it that you're doing to cushion the impact of high energy prices and inflation, what everybody else in the world is doing at this particular point in time. So there was no comprehensiveness in those presentations. Those presentations are totally inadequate and made in a vacuum.
So, oil, 1.6 billion, food, 1.9 billion. What are the projections?
Raw materials and intermediate goods, 2.1 billion. Capital goods, billion. 718 million. Transport equipment, 566 million.
So,
hot off the press from starting.
So the raw material and things where the manufacturers need $2.5 billion.
2.1 billion.
2.1, hold on. 2.1 billion. So Raleigh, I have Obi on the line, Wolin. Hold on, Obi, I soon come to you. But if the budget was just presented to the nation, and you as the top financial analyst can point us to the remedies, because these are problems, you know. Food import bill of $1.9 billion is a problem.
Yeah, man.
Oil bill of $1.6 billion is a problem. Only exporting $1.5 billion is a problem.
And that is down by a whopping 11% when compared with last year.
So last year we export more than this year.
1.7 billion last year.
But with agriculture, with Melissa, we can understand why we export less this year, can we?
Well, Melissa was in, remember this is 11 months. Melissa was in 10 months of last year, so that can't explain it.
Oh, this will be a
remember Melissa was October 28th, almost the same time with the data. So that's not Melissa. That's poor economic management.
No, Raleigh, cannot be. The government is doing an excellent job in managing the economy, keeping
exports
the economy
have been falling
and dealing with fiscal discipline.
Exports have been falling for almost 2 years straight. We have been tracking these numbers. That is why the manufacturers were so upset with the tax package. Because they are in a hole for a long time.
So
it's getting worse.
So, Mr. Top Economist, please point me, coming out of the budget, which just concluded about less than 24 hours ago, you should be able to say to the country now that this is what the government is putting forward to fix export, that we can start export more. This is what the government is putting forward to cut the food importation bill must be cut. What is the government putting in place to cut that, Raleigh? Come on.
And my response to that is that the budget is an accounting exercise that is totally inadequate with the Jamaican and global economic situation. It's a failure.
Well, Raleigh can't help me. Yeah, them a call for a man named Harry. Harry, can Harry tell us what the government is going to do to cut this food importation bill of almost $2 billion?
You know what was the agricultural exports? Despite the massive international demand for Jamaica's agricultural products, 59 million.
59, the old minister boasts so.
Them thing that was chat, man. This hot off the wire from starting. So despite coffee and cocoa yam and banana and all them things. The total agricultural exports for the 11 months was only 59 million.
But Raleigh, the coffee people them say if the government spend $100 million, help them, they can export 100 million US.
Yeah, man. Over a 5-year period. The man them have been saying that for the last 5 years. About 3-4 agricultural minister have been changed since that are nothing.
So coffee could have fixed this 59 million.
What they got? You know what they got from Melissa? $120 million.
120 million Jamaican.
Yeah, man. And not
less than $1 million US.
Yeah, in fertilizer and all them something. Yeah.
Obi Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Where is it?
Medea, talk.
Good?
Yeah.
You have me holding so long I even lose my chain of thought.
Sorry,
listen. A couple of hi Raleigh, how are you doing?
Yeah, man, blessings.
To the rest of folks there. A couple of things. You notice that our total export cannot pay not even for the oil importation bill.
Can't pay no bill. Can't pay no significant bill.
That is quite damning. There is also the taxation at the cash register. I'm calling it that. You know, that's point of direct money that you can get because it's paid over, and there's leakage there. The very reason why Julian basically put forward that lower threshold of the 2% is simply because he knows that it will take a time for it to roll out.
Yeah.
So if we start to get the rolling out,
hold on, Obi. Correction. It now take the time for roll it out. It shouldn't take no time for roll it out. What it should take time to get everybody on board. So you roll it out now, but within 3-4 months they might only have 100 people on it.
That's the point I'm making.
Right.
That's the point I'm making.
So the rolling out shouldn't take no time.
Yeah, but in terms of start to reaping the reward, you know, it will take a little time to come on board. Hence, we start at a low ebb.
Yes.
And over time, it will pick up. But I also want to just say something quickly, Colin, outside of this. The whole Rosie Central Kingston saga. This thing now, you know, move from. Remember, this is not members of the Labour Party, just mere members or supporters. We're talking about elected officials, the councillor, and indeed, not just a member of parliament, but a member of the executive, as I've been saying all day. Therefore, the Prime Minister, no less a person than the Prime Minister, cannot continue to keep quiet on this one. The Prime Minister owe it to the country to come out and say something. What Rosie accuses, or the allegation that Rosie made against Minister Williams, it's damning. And, you know, she blatantly accused him of stealing from the Treasury. You understand? Therefore, I think it really demands the Prime Minister himself to address this as it relates to
But don't
Rosie.
leave that yet, Obi. Don't leave that, because isn't this the same man that is sitting in the parliament that have some shares for somebody that the Companies Office of Jamaica don't know the owner of the shares? And that is something that is illegal, because that is something that we basically pass law rally to come off of the grey list about. Isn't that illegal?
That's correct.
So
beneficial ownership, Nigel Carl
company that they for the importation of the drill.
Yeah, but so there's not new. Where you think the Prime Minister going to say? Oh,
but
what I'm saying here is it now. You have an internal scenario where the councillor basically is saying that here is it. I have the receipt, and I just sent you an article, Colin. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I did.
I opined on it today in the Gleaner, where Miss Hamilton basically challenged the MP and State Minister to sue. You understand? I had a dialogue with her. I spoke to Rosie today. She said that she is doing her thing on a timely basis and in time. she will speak with me live on the radio.
Conrad, where Rosie talk about is chicken feed to the company where this man locked some shares. What, Raleigh? About 51% of the shares?
Yeah, man.
Lock it for your man. The man,
contrary,
man. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Contrary to local and international law, because that is what placed us under pressure on the grey list. Beneficial ownership. You mustn't hide nothing. We must know who is behind the veil.
And these laws were passed under their administration.
Yeah, man.
Under this present administration.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
But here,
and hold on, Raleigh. Hold on a little bit, Obi. To take us off the grey list that we could be FATF certified.
Yeah, man.
And this man sit down in the parliament, admitted that he hold the shares and not come out tight. So we are this that bigger than this, Obi. This a chicken feed to that. And not now. Not now got me as either.
In terms of the volume, remember, what Rosie said is that this is the tip of the iceberg. She has much, much more to come, and she will reveal in time. But I also want to say that here we have a willing evidence person who is prepared to basically talk and give evidence in this, as we already the allegations are out there.
So I don't believe this is something.
I don't believe
Prime Minister
and in addition to that, well, let us see. In addition to that, right? Politics is indeed a numbers game. So I am not on that side where a person would say, listen, if Rosie wants to come over to the PNP, don't take her. I believe the PNP should take her and basically work with her. It's about numbers. If that means that we'll get one more seat, get back the coveted Kingston Central seat, then that is very, very important. So I am always for the multiplier, not for the reducing amount or the minus, but for the multiplier or the addition as it relates to politics. So I wouldn't have a problem at all in saying to the PNP, if at all Rosie is interested in crossing the floor, hold her with both hands and embrace her. The PNP has to understand that we saw where members of the PNP had basically crossed over to the JLP, and what they do, the work wonders. The seat in up in Poppy in there, that basically cost us. Although Venetia lost her council seat then, but she returned to the fold of the JLP and with vengeance, and she was able to assist them in taking that seat, whatever they did. So if we have somebody from the Labour Party who is willing to come to the if the PNP has somebody who is willing to come over to them, well, certainly I think they should. This paragon and virtue business, they have to understand that we're not going to take them to Jamaica House.
All right, my brother. Respect.
Good.
Raleigh.
So, yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Well, another thing, back to the budget. Yeah. The minister also misled the parliament yesterday.
Yes. Talk to us about that.
The minister said that no finance minister can call the Bank of Jamaica and ask for any budget support. She was responding to Julian, who said that he would call upon the Bank of Jamaica to support the budget with just $1 billion because of the Bank of Jamaica Act. Clearly, the minister demonstrated her lack of research capabilities, or maybe she's demonstrating an ability to mislead the parliament, because Nigel Clark drew down $33 billion from the Bank of Jamaica to fund the 2021-22 budget.
But when did the bank become independent?
The bank was independent at that time.
The bank was the 2021-22 budget. The bank was independent at the time when.
Yeah, that's why it was a dividend. Yeah. So I don't know where the minister got that from, or she never did the research properly.
Well, you know that they are masters at misleading the people because them never wrong
cheap
yet,
politics.
You know? Anytime you never wrong, you end up tell some lie.
Yeah, man. Same way, so.
876-804-7072. We're taking your calls on Portland Spice TV. The phone lines are open. Give us a call. Ralston Iman is on the line, the top economist in Jamaica. And even though he's the top economist, he can't tell me the government plan to grow the Jamaican economy. He can't tell me just coming out of the budget presentation what the government put in place to cut the food importation bill from $1.9 billion. We must cut that bill. We have a caller. Let's go to the caller. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, Mr. Bell. No, I was listening to you earlier in the program, and I was calling it to let you know that to remind you who Henry Morgan and the Buccaneer was.
Henry Morgan and the Buccaneer.
The Buccaneers, them. And until the Jamaican people realize that this administration don't have any love for them and don't mean them any good. They're just in it to enrich themselves. They don't have a clue what they're doing other than raping the country. That's all they're doing.
All right, my brother.
And the whole Finsac mix up, we're gonna have one more of that when they're finished with Jamaica. So I have a say this, Mr. Bell.
Yeah.
Dog gonna eat dog and the little puppy are gonna suffer. And that's what's gonna happen to Jamaica.
Dog gonna eat dog and the puppy them all suffer.
And the puppy them are gonna suffer. And only time will tell. Because at this point it looks like them pull a wool over them eyes and them blind.
Well, the man they develop a gang of liars, you know. And a gang of followers. Yeah. I am going to start do a show called The Spin. Because that's all these people do, spin things.
And they're good at what they do. They're very good at what they do. And the little fellow there near Marlon, him just talk for him, you know.
He's not a little fellow, he's a big fellow.
Yeah, I know him, but he's a little fellow still. Because if he's a born Jamaican, and this goes for every labor right, if they are born Jamaican and have any love for their country, they will open their eyes and see what this administration is doing to the country. If you look back from the 80s, come right back. Every time the PNP do something and put Jamaica on a solid platform, policies, you name it, the GLP come back and then tear it down. And tearing it down is all to enrich themselves. So you wait, you see the real estate market that is going on in Jamaica is just a balloon. And when that balloon bust, you have one more Finsac dilemma.
Good point.
Watch us.
Well,
good point.
What they are saying is that if it busts, them now do nothing.
No, they don't have to do nothing because the PNP, that's when the PNP are going to get back the country. And them have to go do the heavy lifting like what they did in the Finsac when the whole banking collapsed.
PNP always have to do the heavy lifting, brother.
They always have to do the heavy lifting. And until Jamaican, whether you love the color green, me love the color. Me love all of the color. Them. I'm gonna wear green. I want to wear it. Me a black man. I want to wear it good.
Yeah.
But me I tell you, any labor right, me not like them. I have a woman when she a labor right, I'm a lover, she have a sweetheart for over 20 years. And when election time come, me and her no friend because she a labor right. And there's nothing that she can say to me that makes sense. And even when they're doing all of the wrongs and she see it in her eyes, she just a labor right. And that show you how daft they are.
All right, my brother. Respect and thanks.
My sense. Yeah.
876-804-7072. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Colin, the Bank of Jamaica was granted independence through the Bank of Jamaica Amendment Act 2020, which was passed by the Parliament and received by the Governor General's assent on December 22, 2020.
So 2021-22 budget is a year after the bank became independent.
Correct. And Clark drew down $33 billion. So the minister don't know what she's talking about. And I can't believe our minister would be coming to the country with those things and not doing the research. And that is why I tell you about our competence differential. Because that is something that you could have easily find out. if she was really working.
She wanted to find it out, or she wanted to come.
That's the point I'm making. Is either she demonstrated her weak research capabilities or her ability to deceive.
But this government is about deception, Raleigh.
Correct.
It's about deception.
Yeah, man.
Because when they talk about fiscal discipline and them fiscally discipline and this government and PNP not used to what are they really talking about? Where's the history to show that? Where's the record of that happening in Jamaica?
Correct. All right, sir.
So 876-804-7072. So Raleigh, hold on there. Mystical. Let's take another call. Yes, caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Caller, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Colin, and good evening, everybody.
Yeah, man. Good evening, sir. Yeah.
I think, if some people think you guys are lying, and making up rumors, they need to go back to the interview with Leachin, When Leachin tell them plain and straight. I remember is Leachin and them is all in the same clique.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And if Leachin can come and tell you guys that the country ain't growing, you guys need to drive that nail down more.
Yeah, man, and tell us the country is not ready for investment.
Okay. So even PMP as well, then to stick on those points more. Leachin, who was with bodies with them.
He was a 5-4 man.
It's like hit him hard.
He was ahead of 5-4.
Nothing is not going on.
Yeah, man. He was ahead of 5-4.
If they think you guys are lying because they say you guys are PMP and all that, they should go and listen to Leachin. I'm just putting out there, Colin,
Yeah, man. Well, if they are right, it means that everybody overstating is PNP. It means that everybody down at BOJ is PNP. It means that everybody at the IMF is PNP. It means that everybody at the World Bank is PNP.
And PIOJ turned PNP too.
Yeah, and we're telling you about the data that those people are producing. We don't create our own data.
But then all they say they want to do sit in the corner with Roman Boom.
Yeah, man.
And that's all they want.
Yeah, man. So them have the people in.
You understand?
It's true. That's what them have the people in.
All right, big boss. Continue, all right?
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Raleigh, the electronic invoice that Julian Robinson spoke to. When we listened to Fieval Williams yesterday, we realized that they never had that on their list of things to do.
Yeah, man. All that was started by Peter Phillips.
And this, what Julian come with now, was not on their list of things to do. In fact, yesterday she said to Julian, thank you. But at the same time, she's saying it can't start now at 2028. What is it that would stop Jamaica from going to the electronic receipt tomorrow morning?
Well, there's nothing, because right now the tax department is carrying out a whole lot of electronic engagements. Right now they have a contract that started in March that they are carrying out electronic things. So they're always modifying their things to go more digital. So I don't know what she's talking about. It's all politics, man. And even if it wouldn't be able to be done this year, they have still, as I said, they have lined up $3.6 billion, and they have only taken $250 billion of the $3.6 billion US dollars.
Yeah, so why is it that they go look this money for borrow?
Precisely.
About how them get money for borrow, but at the same and also suspend the fiscal rules. So why is it then that we don't see in this budget some drastic changes coming, some things even like this electronic invoice? There should be, if this was on their list of things to do, then you'd have maybe $150 million US in there to implement this.
Correct. That's correct. That's correct. They just don't have any vision. It's just an accounting exercise.
Let me just say this to all the people, all of the labor right there. The system to implement the electronic invoice is it's not a system that Jamaica is going to create. It is a system that exists in countries around the world.
Right.
So how you going to do it? You're going to ask for companies to bid for the contract to set it up.
Precisely.
Yeah?
Yep.
And now that you are in this after hurricane mode where you can use emergency procurement, you have the NARA set up.
Yeah, man.
You are going to now get a company to come to Jamaica and put in the software. We are going to stop it from start this year. Let's say by even July.
Yeah, man.
That are going to start at the end of the year. You might have 100 companies on it. And that's why Julian started at 2%.
Yeah,
Next year, you might reach 1,000. 2028, you might reach 2,000. By 2030, 2032, you might have 90% of the businesses in Jamaica on it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So why Julian said 2% is because at the end of 2026, you might only have 100 people.
Yeah, man.
But when you get to 5,000, you are going to be at 5 and 6%. So a guy could tell me about it can't start this year. It can't start this year because the government know if you go sit down and look about it because it was not on their list of things to do.
Yeah, man.
They never have this idea.
No vision.
Weak government. Weak. And the problem of the space in the budget, why they need to put on the taxes. Tell us how long this problem exists, Raleigh, because it never just start 2026 because of
Well, the reason that the administration has to be still relying on the asset tax, the money from the NHT and additional revenues is because they have not been able to grow the economy. And as a result of that, they have had to be resorting to one-off revenue streams like the selling of the monies from the airport, the receivables, in order to fund the budget. It is due to the lack of economic growth why we have this problem.
Hold on, Carla. And therefore, last year we had to sell share, we had to forward sell the money from
the airport.
Donald Sangster. The year before we forward sell from Norman Manley.
Yeah.
So this year we don't have nothing to sell.
Precisely. So they had to come with
tax package come.
Yep. And it is contradictory because they knew that they had nothing to sell. And that is why they lined up the 3.6 billion in financing, yet they are not using it.
Hold on, DP. I really intend to call the name, but me hear say yourself for 10 years this government not implement no new taxes. That true say you say so? Because Fieval tell us in the parliament that that is not true. 2016, 2017, new taxes. I'm going to go to this caller. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Shaka, my brother, my friend.
One love.
Me there. Raleigh, big up.
Big up.
Boy, Shaka, I don't know why you waste words or letters, you know.
He might beg a forward for me show, man. He might beg a forward. He put out all a video today. I asked him a question about Finsac. He might beg for a little forward. So me just give him a forward.
There's a song, you know, that they start by say, like I say, Damian, Nicky say, figure your bed. Then she say them a gangster and a girl around them head. Leave that alone.
Leave it alone. Yeah.
Raleigh, I call you because I was following up on the question I asked yesterday about NHD and its asset base.
Hold on,
and the distribution of that.
Yeah. Raleigh, I'll check it. Go ahead.
I'll check and get back to you.
Before this evening out.
Man, before the show done, man.
Yeah, man. Anything else, mystical?
No, man. Me?
Sorry, not
I mean,
excellent, man.
Well, I got a new name now.
Excellent is that.
Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
In terms of the Prime Minister said something the other day about the PMP created lazy investors in the 90s by people eating up government papers and all that and not doing real investment. Can you give us a summary of the amount of treasury bills or certificate of deposit the PMP had released between 2012 and 2016 versus the JLP now?
We'll have to do the research and get back to you.
Just a cursory review.
But what we know right now is that the outstanding CDs as of today is $134 billion, and the outstanding treasury bills is $10.5 billion as of today.
So okay, that means nobody. This is the amount of paper the government with the Bank of Jamaica sell. 134 billion.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Government paper is what, 10 billion?
Treasury bills, $10 billion.
That means 145 billion, which should have been used to create investment and jobs and
to do other things.
Real economic growth has been mopped up.
Yes.
All right.
But really, I know the answer, but I want for the benefit of those listening.
All right. So for
investors choose that.
Why? Because it's easier you make money.
Business.
It's easier you make money. So today, they wanted 40 billion and the man them say, yo, we know that international interest rates are going to go up because inflation is accelerating. So you have to pay with more. So the man them only pumping 34 billion. The man them undersubscribed it until we say you have to give it up to 8% and them think that you want more money.
And before now, that would be oversubscribed.
Correct. But the man them I read the market and I read the international situation, unlike the government.
Yes. So the man them has to say, yo, if we hold on for our money,
2
weeks time you have to give it the 8%.
Precisely, because things are deteriorating. Yep.
But really, I want to ask the question: why is this chronic apathy by the business class over time and over the tenure of this government to instead of investing to start new ventures and generate real economic growth, they run to the 6% and the 5% government papers?
Because government are provide them with that opportunity. So if you are a businessman and you look at Jamaica, you see the high levels of criminality, the inefficiency, the office of the Prime Minister is a bottleneck, no investments in infrastructure. You have got the easiest way. Simple. High interest rate regime. You have got the easiest way.
Climate is not really attractive to investment.
Well, Mr. Leach, not tell you that to man, who was the head of 5 and 4.
Well, they have not beaten him yet. I don't know why, but they beaten him.
Yep.
Is it because your name is Iman versus Chin?
Well,
sorry? Go again.
Is it because the name is Iman and not Chin? They each out at you and not at Chin?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very powerful man among them. So even if they might talk about him, they might talk about it in quiet tones. Well, I'm sure that they are not pleased with him because he has been publicly talking about the asset tax and the negative impact those things are having on investments in the economy.
And they might look something from Leaching, so them now.
Yeah, they might want something from him. Yep.
You found information. Hold on, excellence.
So, Colin, as we know, a lot of these public sector agencies, their accounts are not up to date. So the last thing we have for the NHT, 2023, their assets was $348.1 billion. $348.1 billion. The amount that was spent on housing in 2023 was $45 billion. They're planning to spend $53 billion this year. Their contributions received in 2023 was $46 billion. Last year it was $56 billion. The amount refunded in 2023 was $8.2 billion. Yeah? And the number of mortgages since the NHE started 50 years ago was 228,731. And the number of people who have benefited from the NHT since it started is only 240,211. Check that.
Okay.
240,000. Me know that.
211.
Me know that.
Okay.
Since when, Shaka?
I'm not afraid to tell people say me get my
that 240,000 since when?
Huh?
That number is since when?
The asset is really 340 billion.
348 billion as at the end of 2023.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
me build my first house out of NHT.
Well, Shaka, you have ambition, that's what it's here for.
Eh?
That's what it is there for.
Yes, man. I'm say thanks to Michael Manley.
Yeah, man. And the amount of people that have benefited is very low. 240,000 people.
Yeah.
Out of a
much
population of
contributors they have, Raleigh?
2.8 million. Well, they never gave us the us to the amount of contributors.
240,000 people benefit. 211 should be more than that. Should I be at double that? Or should I double that?
Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But you see, the Prime Minister is missing a point. The Prime Minister talking about demand of housing. Prime Minister, I want to give you one more idea. If you want to help Jamaican people to own their own homes, cut up land and give the people them the land.
Yeah,
Government have enough land, Prime Minister.
Yeah, man.
Cut up the land them, and if you give Jamaican lands, they will build their houses. We now whole heap of Jamaica now buying a house. And as bad as on the talk about Operation Pride, you have never done anything to the magnitude of Operation Pride. The amount of people where because of Operation Pride have a roof over them head today. Cut up land and give to the people. Land reparation for the people of Jamaica. That's why I can't believe Jamaican people voted against the PNP plan. If you live on a piece of land for the government, they must say 60 years before you can get it. If you live on my land, I'm going to send it to you in 12 years, you can take it.
Yeah.
PNP say we have cut that to 25 years on a vote against the PNP. What do you want?
Roman boom, man.
Talo! And the girl then cock up and skin out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Are the culture.
All right, Chaka.
Later.
Yeah, man. Are the culture.
Right,
sorry for
blessings.
The girl them, the girls them.
No, well, I saw them call them on the road,
All right, sir. All right.
The first name on the road and the woman them accept it to show you all them, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the decent women them, I think decent and vote PNP.
Correct. Yeah.
Go ahead, Carla.
Could you tell me the difference or the similarity between the Finsac when the report was coming out to show where their hands were in terms of robbing the people, when the AG office was coming out to show where they were, Integrity Commission coming out showing where their hands were, why is it in all of these their response was shut it down?
Then that's the easiest way to ensure that your secret no come a road. Lock it down.
Shut it down.
Yeah. Raleigh. When the GLP got back in power 2016, didn't they pump some more money in the inquiry, the Finsac inquiry?
Yeah, man, at first it was 100 million and they pumped another 50 million and there was all over the place saying that you might make sure said the report published.
Because Peter Phillips did not spend no whole money night under the PNP administration between 2012 and 2016.
Because at that time, say enough was spent and you must publish the report.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when the GLP won 2016, hardly shall take it up again.
Yeah, man. I said the report has got published. Yeah, for finish the report and that it must publish.
And what happened? Why it stopped?
Well, Nigel Clark just come and say, by the way, after them done talk to them one that when I publish the report, we put redacted. Redacted meaning erase some of the information.
And they said that they weren't spending any more money.
Precisely.
So they shut down the Finsac inquiry.
When man, and Clark said clearly. Clark said clearly we're not publishing no report. We'll put redacted segments on the ministry's website and who want the research go check it for themselves. The man they make that clear already.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're talking with Ralston Hyman, the top financial analyst in Jamaica and the Caribbean. Go ahead.
Good evening, Colin, and good evening, Ralston. And yes, I know that Ralston is leading economist in the Caribbean and Jamaica.
Yes.
Anyway, something that is concerning me and should concern everybody. The budget was just done. And we are 3 months away from the start of the hurricane season. And there's nothing in the budget addressing the plight of people in Western Jamaica. Now, on the newscast, you saw where there's a problem with receiving whatever money the $10 billion
There
the
wasn't a
government
problem.
has
There was
said they have
chaos.
put forth for the roofing program.
Hold on,
Yeah.
caller.
And
hold on,
yes.
caller. Where you say, Amorali?
There wasn't a problem. There was chaos.
Where?
Chaos. That is correct.
We just had a gentleman
Western
talking to
Jamaica,
Dan Jackson
because they
Miller
had to
about
go
it.
to Montego Bay.
Yeah.
To collect this
Chaos.
money at the Western Union.
Yeah.
And when one lady, not one lady, a few persons said they've been going there for 3 days now.
Yeah.
And they are yet to collect any money. And one man said, you know, one lady said send it to their accounts, find different ways, but it's like they have to traverse from Westmoreland and other places to go into Montego Bay, to this place, to collect the money. And when they go, they hear that they're run out of funds, there's no money there and all of that. And then when you look at it, you know, one lady said she needs help to fix her roof. Her house is damaged. She needs help. And all these people that are there, all they need is help to fix their roof. And there's nothing. The government said they spent over what, $43 billion already?
$43 billion already, yes.
Billion. Weird. Then if they spend 43 billion, shouldn't then there be evidence of it on the ground?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're correct. Yep.
Now, see the evidence on the ground.
No.
And when the fiscal commissioner said the construction not start yet, the minister of finance said private sector start, whole heap of building are going on about the place. But the government not start who is going to be doing the bulk of the rebuilding. Or who should be doing the bulk of the rebuilding.
But it is the government's prerogative to take care of the people, not private sector. And here's the thing. The Prime Minister said that they're buying container homes from China. Now, since Melissa, and since he placed the order, well, the order was placed, well, I'm assuming before the war started. Now you add the war into it, now you create a bigger problem. But that aside, instead of spending that money to build another economy, shouldn't he have just invested in black sand and steel, cut up some land where people live and build houses there?
I don't know if you're just tuning into this channel, but
No, I watch it all the time.
We've been saying that right after the hurricane that the man them need for build houses. I went as far as say build out the frame, build the flooring, 6 column or 8 column, deck the roof and give it to people. Let them go finish it up. That when the next hurricane come, they wouldn't lose no roof. Instead,
because that is the problem. Is the physical infrastructure, the loss of physical infrastructure.
Correct.
That is the biggest. That is eating the economy, and they are not even paying attention to.
That's correct.
You know what it is? It's a lack of vision, so the people are perishing. And I heard the Prime Minister and the Parliament, saying that he questions the judgment of the late Michael Norman Joshua Manley. And I'm saying to myself, you have got to be a dingbat. Not that Michael Manley was perfect, but to say you question the judgment of Michael Manley is a disingenuous statement. Because if he was thinking, he's so quick to copy things that was disrespectful and denigrating to the Parliament and brought it into the Parliament, but he wasn't quick to sit down and study Michael Manley and come up with plans to help and alleviate the problems facing Jamaican people. Because if he was thinking, the first thing he would have thought of, the way Michael Manley had broken it down, is how can I help these people to get back roofs over them or get back houses so they can get back those who have houses so they can fix roofs. And another, how can I give them land? Because land ownership gives value to people, adds value to people's lives.
Talk about supply and demand for house and who must get involved with NHT and go build house and that. Prime Minister don't know head from him foot. Give the people
what was
them
NHT
land
created
and
for?
the people them will build them house. Government must cut up government land and give people for cheap like what Operation Pride did do. Sell out the government land and for little and nothing. People will pay more taxes, land tax, and you will get more taxes. People will build their houses. NHT will give out more loan. Most of the people them now go qualify for buying a house at NHT, Prime Minister. You know, I think.
And that is what I'm saying, Colin and Ross, and is that we're 3 months away from another hurricane season.
Yeah.
That's
So
correct.
it's going to be problem on top of problems. So how can the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister come to the Parliament with all the fluff and all those pretty speech and all that nonsense and no plans for how they are going to make sure they are going to put in infrastructure to prevent another Melissa from happening?
You know what is bad about that? You have people in the media, upon radio station and upon social media. I come tell you how comprehensive the Prime Minister's presentation was and how comprehensive Favour Williams' presentation was when they did not address food security. They did not address the war in the Gulf and what it's going to do with oil prices and the effect on Jamaica and how we're going to come out of that. And people talking about comprehensive. They did not talk about water. Getting more water to the people of Jamaica.
If the people don't stand up for themselves, Ralston and Colin, then they are going to continue suffering because it is sad. And, you know, the rest of us, the people in the diaspora can pray and help and do what they can. But if the government is not doing it, what else do you want anybody to do? Because NHC was created for a specific purpose. And if they were true to the purpose of the NHD, we wouldn't be worrying right now what is going to happen to the people, especially in the West, who were hit hard by Melissa, and the infrastructure has been devastated. Have a good evening, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay.
All the best.
Yeah, man.
Colin.
Yes, Raleigh.
For the Prime Minister to be comparing himself with Michael Manley is a monumental exercise in futility and stupidity. What is the Prime Minister's legacy? The only thing that he could come up with in the budget was using Michael Manley's legacy housing trust. The relationship with China is Michael Manley's legacy. The relationship with Venezuela is Michael Manley's legacy. The relationship with Cuba is Michael Manley's legacy. What is the Prime Minister's legacy apart from 5 years and statutory declarations can pass? The debt to GDP ratio down is Peter Phillips's legacy. What is the Prime Minister's legacy?
Bad mind. We have a caller holding. Go ahead, caller. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Evening, Colin.
Yeah, man.
And Ralston.
Good evening, sir.
Colin.
Yeah.
If the government cut off government land and sell it to the Jamaican people,
yeah,
how the developers in the JLP will get land to build for?
Then you have different market for that. You have different market.
Yeah, Wally Palan, man. Wally Palan.
Yeah. No, what he's saying, Raleigh, if the government cut up land and give people, the big developers, them in the GLP now are getting to work.
I mean, I said there's enough land for share for everybody.
Yeah, the market big, bro.
Yeah,
you have people when they build a house or want just go buy a house. But those people cannot afford to buy a house. Give them a piece of land and trust me. Them are going to start this year. Them are going to roll out them house this year. But they might not live in it till 3 or 4 years time, but they all live in it.
Colin.
Yeah.
Remember Portmore started.
Hold on, caller.
Remember Portmore started as quads, you know?
Yeah.
One room and kitchen and bathroom. I saw Portmore look like now.
Pier mansion.
All right.
Colin.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
I agree with what you're saying. But here what me get at. If you look in at the JLP party right now.
Yeah.
You remember the land where the Prime Minister go push down the house?
Yes. Over Burnham Lodge.
Over Clifton. Who own the land there right now?
Over Clifton.
Who own the land? Who is alleged to own those lands right now?
I don't know who own them now.
All right, good. Do your research. The reason why I say what I say, Colin, what I say, you see, is that the man them build and make people buy house so them can make money.
Yeah.
So them not believe in the philosophy of the PNP. Them not believe in that. They don't
That's
believe
clear.
in
We know that.
land reparation. So all you want to preach, you can preach till Jesus comes. You notice who the man then give the land agency?
Bobby Montague.
You know what is happening in St. Mary?
No.
Listen, Colin. Okay, all right. Colin, listen. the man they have an ultimatum. One man did say I want conference, they only want 5 more years. You know what is happening in Portland though, don't you?
Yes.
You know what is happening with the place where they stop the people them from do them boat.
Yeah, on the water, stop people from sail raft on water.
Right. That is the mentality of the Jamaica Labour Party. Them fees them scrape everything. And everybody in there want to be rich. Everybody want to be developer. There is more than enough land in the country for them do what you say. But they don't believe in that college. Everybody want to be super rich. So them are lock out the average Jamaicans.
But what happened to the eyes of the Jamaican people? You have seen it.
They are blind, but they are blinded, calling you say them I must blind them, vote them back in. Because
the Prime Minister try cuss Operation Pride. Tell me which part in any GLP administration them give more land that people can build house than in Operation Pride.
And Colin, rumors have had it that you have people in the party when only have land development in Kingston alone. They have it on a Mobile, they have your Senton, they have it all over the place. So that is why I asked the question: when you give away the land, where you going to take to develop to make your money? I saw the man them look for the thing, Colin. Listen for me.
I still believe enough is there for the developer and for the little people them get them little piece of land, get them 2.5 square.
Them short-sighted and greedy, yeah.
Yeah. Get them 2.5 square of people, go build them little house, set up them 1 room till they get 2 room, till they get 3 room, and you're shocked to see they all start go upstairs. Give the Jamaican people them a break, Prime Minister. A land the people them need. They need to give the people them land. 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 For the people of Jamaica.
Hear this. Let me shed a little light on what they're going on Mobile. I am told that in order for you to get the money down a Montego Bay, you have to pay money to get the money.
You have to pay money to get the money?
Yeah.
When I hear your caller, you drop out again.
In order to get the money down a Montego Bay, when you have to go to collect it, you have to pay money to collect the money.
Rotted. All right.
I know that because my sister-in-law will collect money and she have to pay $5,000 to get the money.
How much you get? 500,000?
70,000.
70,000. So the 75 she pay 5,000 out of it. I want to talk about man. Them they sitting there going to Jamaica.
Investigate. Can we get that from the houses? So in every way the man never hoodwinky people.
Me have one message in the chat room say yes, I am in Canada and I was offered 2.5 acres of land in St. Mary for $1 million. And
all right, cool.
Neem and some other guys were involved in that sale. I still have the WhatsApp message. Hey, later caller.
Colin.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Raleigh, how the people of Jamaica are going to just sit down and allow the country to just go down this pathway with the war in the Middle East, Raleigh? We are going to crash, aren't we?
Yeah, man, but the people don't care. So, I mean, I don't know if when things get harder, they'll start show that they care. But right now, all them care about is parties, clothes, fast cars, rum and boom, Hennessy, weed, especially the young people. Them not pay attention to these things. Right now, if you do a poll, just imagine. Fast. Yeah, yesterday a man called you and asked if Jamaica had a war.
Yeah.
That is symptomatic of most people right now.
What this war have to do with we? Because they don't understand geopolitics. They don't understand the global stage.
Precisely.
That the world has gotten smaller people.
Yeah, with communication
and internet and all of that, the world gets very small.
Precisely. Yep.
Let's take another call. Hello, caller. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Mr. Bell, and good evening, Ralston, to the listeners.
Blessings, blessings.
Yeah, man, blessings. I just want to talk about something that Mr. Ralston said earlier, and I like listening to the program. Also, even though sometimes it makes me anxious because I know Mr. Ralston is coming with some facts that is going to let me feel like I'm being exploited or by the government at times. Mr. Julian Robinson, you said presented the opposition leader about the pulling down of some funds from the Bank of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And the finance minister then rubbished that and said that it was impossible. And Mr. Ralston brought the facts about that it happened even after the adjustment to the documents and things like that. And that the previous finance minister.
Yeah.
Yes, the previous finance minister was able to.
Yeah, man, the great Nigel Clark.
Now, as Mr. Ralston said, it just put a bitter taste in my mouth. I don't know if anybody else, in the sense that how come a finance minister would come and then rebut that in a negative way? Is it, and as you said, it's ignorance? Is it trying to bamboozle the Jamaican people?
Score cheap political
points. I don't understand the logics behind that in the capacity of the post that she holds.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. That's why we have very little respect for her, because that is something that she should have known. So let us say it is ignorance. If that is ignorance, it means that has a lot to do with her research capabilities. And if it's not ignorance, it means that she's deceiving the Jamaican people to score cheap political points. Yeah, man,
total
rubbish.
exploitation of the
Yeah,
people, intelligence or ignorance,
yeah, man.
whichever one
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
Yeah, man, rubbish.
But thank you for the facts. Yeah, bring the facts to the table and let us know, because without these information, we would be thinking that she's speaking something of truth.
Yeah, man. Yeah. She's not telling the truth. Misleading.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's take another call. Neville.
Good night, Colin.
Blessings, my brother.
Yeah, good night to your listeners, and good night, Mr. Hyman.
Yeah, man, bless up, Neville.
Yeah, you see, one of the things about the housing trust is that the housing trust is really part of your pension, you know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we work for food, clothes, shelter, and tender loving care as a people. So when the government diverting the 11.5 billion every year, they should be really giving the housing trust land for those money,
man.
You know?
Correct. Spot on.
So that the housing trust build up a land bank so
land
that
bank.
they can distribute more
Spot
land
on.
to the savers, you know. It's a trust,
you know. Spot on. It's spot on. Spot on.
Yeah, it's not supposed to make a political decision, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because so what is happening now, the country need young people. If not, everything will go crash.
Yep.
And a lot of people going to lose their pension, you know.
But so a lot of people. Well, hold on, Neville. It's not a lot of people in Jamaica have pension.
Less than 20%.
And that's pension, no.
Yep. And that's what I think.
My mother is 84, right? And it's a good thing my father bought a house for her through the national housing that was near JBC.
Yeah,
and
man.
he bought the house in Arnett Gardens, right? And she tell me at 84, say, apart from giving her children, buying a house for her is the best thing her husband ever do for her.
Yeah.
Shelter.
And and her NIS pension is only 21,000 a month from the NIS.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if ironically you could lift up that house, imaginary, and put it up Beverly Hills, it would value about 40 million.
Yeah, man.
But if
location,
it's still on it, God is not going to have any value. That is
location.
what we do to one another.
Location, yeah.
Yeah, because my father tell me that Neville is not where you live, it's how you live.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and my father was a fudge man.
I'm kind of wrong about that sometime to Neville, because right now is where you live to, because as you rightfully say, if the house that is in Arnett Garden was in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, man.
That'd be a different kettle of fish.
Location.
Yeah, she could use her title. She could hand down her title to one of her grandchildren, and them could use it to create wealth.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's politics do we that, you know?
Yeah, man.
Because they use certain community as them garrison to undermine certain class of people while them feed off of them.
Yeah.
And then now you turn around now, you take with the people them NHT money, in my opinion. You have to tax them to death. And the Cuban doctors who used to help her out with their eye,
Yeah.
them gone from public.
Yeah, man. True.
So
Massive gap.
what you doing with the senior citizens around here and the young people looking on?
Yeah. That's why them
pregnant now, I would not advise nobody to get pregnant in any rent house now.
The Prime Minister said they must have kids. What you talk about? What you doing, Neville? You're going against the Prime Minister?
But the people not listening.
What do you mean going against the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister have a pension.
And the people, they must breed up.
The Prime Minister has a pension of 28.5 million till him dead, you know.
Hold on.
My mother.
Never, hold on a bit. Raleigh.
We
say where unemployment is at what? 3.6% or 4%? How many
3.3 was the latest report we got.
How many people are employed in Jamaica?
1.4 million.
1.4 out of what is the population size?
2.8 million.
2.8. How much people are of working age and working ability?
Well, we should have about 2 million people working.
So if 2.4 is working, then 600,000 people 600,000 people should be working that not working. Of that $1.4 million, of that 1.4 million people working, how many of them have a pension to look forward to?
Only about 16% of the workforce have any pension.
16% of 1.4 is about 300,000 people at?
Yeah, man.
About 300,000 have a pension. So what the next 1.1 going to live off of?
Well, that is why people like Sanya Goff has been talking about pension reform. So the minister did the other day tell us how we can cheer up the 847 million in private pension funds. What people like Sanya is saying is that we must think about how we can broaden the pool of persons in pension funds and broaden the amount of money that is available. And that is why she has been talking about phase 2 of the pension reform. So right now, under the current system, if you are in one pension fund, you can't go in another pension fund. She's saying that in phase 2, you must free up the thing so that people can go into more than one pension fund. So if you work with a company and they have a pension fund, you can also establish your own pension retirement fund in the private sector. Yes. She's also saying that in phase 2, you have more flexibility. So you have what we call auto enrollment. So from your work somewhere, you have to enroll in a pension fund from your work, either your own private thing or the company thing, so that you get more people in the system, so that you have more money available. She's also saying that how the thing can work. If you have your pension and you have an emergency, such as your mother dead, or you have a sickness, or your house burned down, they must be able to give you a part-time money without terminating your pension plan and all of those things to bring more people in the system. Yeah.
So somebody's saying something similar to the 401k in the US.
Yeah, in the USA, correct. That's what Sanya and those people are saying. So what Sanya is telling the minister said, it is not enough to tell us that, you can increase the amount of investments in private equity from 5% to 2.5% and then up to 10%. We need to have a broader reform that brings more people in the system.
All right, Raleigh, thank you. Neville, go ahead.
Yes, I am saying no. If you look at the sector, one of the sector that is giving trouble, the transport sector. Darrell Vaz said you have about 20,000 players in the transport sector. When I do my survey, the average bus conductor and bus driver in Half-a-Tree and taximan, they work out to about $20,000 a week in income. So if you multiply 20,000 income times the 20,000, you get $400 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the NIS is telling you that is 6% of that you must throw for NIS. That's 24 million a week the NIS could get from just the transport sector.
But them money not paying the NIS.
Understand? Pardon me?
Them money not paying the NIS.
No, but they will easy to pay a traffic ticket than the NIS.
Precisely. So that's why you have to have a national camp. Yeah, go ahead.
Pardon me?
Go ahead, man.
That's why I'm saying it. When the police stop the taxi driver for even a seatbelt ticket, you must ask the taxi driver, do you pay your NIS yet? Because at the end of the day, we cannot afford for central government to be diverting away money that's supposed to go in the NIS into the consolidated fund to satisfy their desire, you know.
Yeah, but the policeman can't do that unless him get the authority from the central government authorities to do that.
Thank you, sir. Then why him can't get it? Because the NIS don't have a police force.
Yeah, so the government has to see it as a priority. And to design system.
When I file returns for my company and go down to the tax office, I go Concert Spring or downtown. You hear what the lady tell me? It's people like me supposed to help them to collect the NIS off the street and the income tax and the head tax, you know. Because we are the gatekeepers in the system. So I would like everybody who shop at a corner shop, like our minimum wage going up. When you're shopping at the corner shop in your community, or you go to the hairdresser, or you go to the barber, encourage them to pay them workers and give them a pay slip and pay over them NIS and them head tax and them NHT to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, and I'm saying that the authorities, the government must also help to promote that and provide incentives for and sanctions against those who are not doing that.
Thank you, because Ralston never tape with you, you know. About 6-year-old. You hear what you said the morning on Real Business? It's time for the government bring these small, medium-sized enterprise into the loop.
Yeah, man.
And that's the phrase that you're using, into the loop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What Ralston mean by into the loop? I mean, I preach, I mean, I say into the tax loop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because a cash flow cycle, you know, the cash is a cash flow.
Those are certain things Julian Robinson talking about when they say electronic, where you can't escape, you can't run no business.
Yes.
Correct.
So your cash register is hooked up to TAJ system.
Yeah, correct.
So once you go and buy and then put in the money and give you a receipt, TAJ knows that you did spend $10. And for them share out it is $1 or $1.50.
Yeah, man.
All right, Neville, big up yourself.
Because, big up yourself to be continuing.
All right.
Yeah, Neville.
Problem that Jamaica have, we have a solution for it either in our head or in our book.
Right. Correct.
Raleigh, as we wrap up, the Prime Minister said that NHT was Michael Manley's idea, but the money came out of the NIS. Explain that to the listeners and viewers for me.
The money came out of the NIS?
Yeah, the seed fund come from the NIS.
Well, I'm not aware of that. But what I said, whether it was Michael Manley who was running the country at that time, so even if it came from the NIS, it is still Michael Manley's idea and Michael Manley's creation. So I don't know what was.
He might look something more tight for the GLP. So the GLP started the NIS.
Yeah, he might come and send Lyndon Newland in 1966, but Michael Manley was in power in 1976 and came up with a creative idea of doing so. Cheap politics.
So it no matter where you get the money from?
No, precisely.
See him there now I use money out of Michael Manley.
Precisely. Yeah, man. Cheap politics. Much try equalize himself. Them look at you, they don't understand themselves.
Fieval also said that the opposition have no experience in managing a modern economy. That the opposition could not manage this economy now. She said that yesterday.
Watch me. Let me just tell you. This is the minister who, when we were dealing with the locking out of Jamaica from the international capital markets caused by a JLP administration. She was the one who was saying that we were only passing IMF tests and not the people's test. Favor Williams was also the one when we were buying back the debt from Venezuela, $3 billion for $1.5 billion. She said it was a wrong move. That is a move that allowed us to shave off 21 percentage points of the debt to GDP ratio. She was also the one who told the country that the 1.5 million tax scam would cost $0. Then she said $4 billion. Then she said $6 billion. Then she said $12 billion. Then she said $16 billion. And then it came out at double that amount, $32 billion. She was also the one who advocated the removal of the hedge from oil from $66 per barrel and say that it wouldn't be necessary because oil prices would be going down. She has no credibility whatsoever.
Final call for the evening. Go ahead, Junior.
Yeah, they called her earlier. They spoke about the cast in Montego Bay, trying to collect the funds. Is every parish in Western Jamaica collecting in Montego Bay now?
Well, every parish in Western Jamaica
collecting in Montego Bay.
So you mean
people coming from Kingston? Yeah, people coming from Kingston to collect money. So
how would I say?
I had 4 friends in the crowd yesterday in Montego Bay. 4 friends from Trelawney, and they came back to tell me that it don't make sense. Because they saw everybody from everywhere coming to collect. People from Westmoreland, people from Hanover, people from Trelawney, and whoever from St. James. It's chaos.
Yeah, man, it's chaos.
The whole idea, is to provide something for the owners of the hardware, It's not helping the people, It's helping the hardware.
Helping the hardware, not the people.
Not the people. The other thing I was trying to get you earlier, Colin.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. You expect the government to talk about what's going on in the Middle East,
Why?
And talk about any plan to grow the economy. That's above them level,
Lord God, never. Junior, that's above their level.
Yeah, man, I agree with the man. I agree with the man. They're not the first time I do it. I agree. The same thing I'm doing at 2008. Brother, Colin, remember the 13 years of adjustment that we had to go through from 2013 to now was because of the mistake they made in 2008 in underestimating the impact of the Great Recession. Don't forget that.
And them underestimating the impact of this war don't will have on Jamaica and the world.
Precisely. Because they have no clue about international economics.
Your final point, Junior, we're wrapping up. Go ahead.
All right. When I was listening to the Prime Minister's presentation, all he could talk about is the water and the kind of present into Parliament to give my voting. It makes you understand that that is the level where the Prime Minister is.
Yeah, man. Agree.
Level that.
Yeah, man. It's true.
Yeah.
Unbecoming of a Prime Minister. Disgusting.
Yeah, man.
All right, Junior.
I think that is a classic display of a motto.
Of a motto. All right, brother. Nickmore Junior.
Return.
Yeah, man. Rally your final thoughts for the evening.
Yeah, well, as I said, the international situation is deteriorating. All the countries in the world are taking steps in order to cushion the blow because oil prices lead to higher inflation. Higher inflation lead to higher interest rates. Higher interest rates lead to what we call stagflation and recession. There was nothing in the budget presentation from the Prime Minister or the Minister of Finance to deal with those situations. their presentations were made in a vacuum. It's all gimmicks, and what we're going to see is more hardships for the Jamaican people as we go forward if nothing is done about these things. Simple.
Rally, give thanks, we talk.
All right, blessings.
Bless
okay.
my brother. Thank you for coming
on.
Blessings,
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That was Ralston Iman, the teacher. Thanks to everybody in the chat room for listening. Thanks to all my subscribers, all the Portland Spice ambassadors. Please, we're on our way to 10,000. I think with 9,600 and change. Get 10 people, everybody. Come on to the channel. Tell people about the channel because the best information on Jamaica's finances right here. Yeah, man, we have the teacher, the top financial analyst in Jamaica and the Caribbean, Ralston Iman. Raw numbers, not gut feelings. Boy, take your gut feelings and go tile it. Data, Ralston Iman bring. Until we meet again Saturday morning for the Colin Bell Show. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Please like up the video, share the channel, click the notification bell to ensure that once we are on, you get the notification so you can join us and be a part of the show. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you all. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again Saturday morning. One love, my people. Peace be with you. Louis, take us out.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture say it once, so we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off.